Hey guys, I'm Ouroboros. Let's play Persona 3 Reload. It is September 4th, and Junpei says, "Sup, dude, there's a full moon tomorrow!" Hey, did you hear? The number of cases around town have gone up crazy these days. Yeah, it is about time for a full moon. There are only 4 of those large shadows left. Maybe they're getting desperate. Or maybe the next one's just insanely strong. Ah, whoops, my bad. shouldn't jinx it. Anyways, we can handle it this time too. I agree. But we do have a long episode today. We are finally hitting Tartarus during this story arc. Ooh.
Yo, Chidori, how's your hand doing? What the? There's no scar. Not even a mark? Maybe it wasn't that bad?
Say, Junpei, what do you do to make yourself feel alive?
I don't know. Breathe, I guess? You know, I can't say I've ever thought about it. How about you, Chidori? Is that how you feel when you draw?
I don't know. Most of these are just scribbles. I don't really understand myself.
Oh. Huh. To tell you the truth, there is one thing that makes me feel alive. It's when I sort of, get to play the hero, I guess? In the darkest hour, unknown to all but a few, the Chosen Ones stand against the forces of evil. Our hero, Junpei, fights to protect the world from these terrifying monsters. Well, you get the idea. That's when I feel most alive. This is the part where you're supposed to laugh.
So, do you fight all alone?
Hey, I was just kidding around.
You fight during a time that no one is aware of, right? That means no one knows what you've been doing. So, you're fighting even though you'll never get any recognition for anything. I'm impressed. I guess I misjudged you.
Really? I didn't think you'd actually believe me.
Can you tell me more?
You know, you're kind of the weird one here. I guess it's okay, but you're sworn to secrecy. Got it? So, there's this special power called a persona. And that's what we use to defeat the monsters. But not everyone can use a persona. That's what I meant by the Chosen Ones. My friends are fighting too. And, not to brag, but we haven't lost a single fight since I joined.
Sounds like a lot of fun. If you haven't lost a single fight, that must mean you're really strong.
Yeah, sorta. I guess you could kinda say I'm the leader. I mean, without me, things would just fall apart. I gotta tell everyone what to do and stuff, you know? It's a lot of work being in charge.
Thank you, Junpei. I had a lot of fun today.
You did?
It's time for me to go. I'll see you tomorrow, right?
See you tomorrow, huh? Yes!
Class has ended, and it looks like Junpei has his luck has finally turned around. Aigis is right here. I have inspected the entire school, but I did not locate anyone suffering from apathy syndrome. Should I conclude that they are absent? That would probably be a good conclusion to have. She's still far from passing as a human. Doesn't look like she understands ordinary feelings and conversation yet, but yeah, So, I forgot about this, but apparently the day that you can level up Kenji to rank 9, whatever one of the most recent ones was. Basically, it was because of the summer break, it messed up. So the day we came back from summer rank, I think it was the first, he sends you a text, and I got a tip to view that text and react to it, and I forgot about it for a while, but I remembered. And I promise if you were yelling in the comments, hey, you forgot this, hey, you forgot this, hey, you forgot this, I am still way ahead of schedule, so that's why. I did remember it though, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut to my reaction real quick. All right, so I have been told that this Kenji text should be good. Hey, cutie, Yuki-san, are you free today? Let's go on a date. I want to eat ramen together. I'm guessing that's the one. I like it. It's funny. I like the little heart. Kenji, you know, at least he's positive, and at least he's almost always in a good mood and means well. And do we enable his bad behavior? Yes, but he's also a high schooler. That's how they go. Anyway, back to the actual episode. And we're back. Okay, it is back to the 4th, and what the heck? It's pretty rare for a hottie like that to transfer at this time of the year. Huh? Dude, get a clue. I'm talking about Aigus. Mysterious babe like that. I want to know everything about her. Okay, well. Do I want to walk around school? I don't really want to, just because it is a longer episode, but I feel like I should just because tomorrow is a full moon and we're probably going to lose out on all this dialogue, so I think I am going to meander around a little bit. But we will go to Tartarus and we'll have a long day. I totally knew it! My parents were so annoying saying, go study, go study. I wasn't able to wear my great new clothes during summer break. The sky was blue, the sea was blue. Did my heart have to be blue too? Were you living in a blue world? Are you blue? Do you have a blue house with blue windows? You saw Kirijo-senpai in a bathing suit at Yakushima? Did you get any pictures? Yes. On my 144p camera. Well, where are they then? Don't toy with me or I'll sign up for the revenge request website. Oh god. I heard from my friend that there are going to be cafes and stuff at the Culture Festival. My club doesn't do that kind of stuff. It looks fun though. Those cafes and booths are so cliche. It's so dull. They need to have some kind of twist to them. I hope someone comes with a crazy idea. Oh, I'm sure we will see said crazy ideas soon enough. Who else is around here? There is one lone person at the end of the hall. Well, I guess... Oh, that's Keisuke. Guys never seem to be able to do much in home ec. Hey! I love cooking and baking. You mean... Okay, well, that's not the same thing. But you've got one guy... My friend asked me for the URL. Okay, don't know it, but even if I did, why would I tell anyone else? I just keep it to myself. Why? If it's I guess was this before Google? Is this like some weird dark web shit? It's probably some weird dark web shit. Okay. I think that's enough exploring. I am finally gonna hang out with our little good boy. We're gonna hang out with Koromaru today. Our linked episode is gonna be... I know it's weird that a dog gets a linked episode, social link type of thing. Isn't it hot out here, little guy? He won't budge. I wonder if there's a reason he wants to stay out here. Maybe I can find out why if I spend some time with him. We are gonna hang out with him. Let's go! The goodest boy. He's eagerly watching all the people pass by.
Oh, is that you there, Koromaru? Do you remember me? I used to play shogi with the priest. Oh, I see. Oh, dear. I'm sorry, but do you mind if I rest here for a bit?
By all means.
Much obliged. Sorry to bother you. Down we go. Years are catching up to me. Do you live here? In that case, I have to give you my thanks. So thank you for taking Koromaru in as your family. A lot's been going on ever since the priest's accident. To tell you the truth, someone else was willing to take Koromaru in.
I don't know what the right... I feel like these are both weird answers. What kind of person were they?
A sweet and pleasant young lady. Koromaru took quite a shine to her. Only... he'd keep coming back to the shrine gate. I'm not sure what it was, but it seemed like he had some unfinished business. And after that, no one else was able to take him in. However, if he's here now, I take it he achieved his goal then.
Yeah, he protected the shrine.
I see. You did well, didn't you, boy? To be honest, I don't really understand any of this. But if you do, then Koromaru must be happy. I believe that Koromaru's bright enough to choose where he wants to be. And that means it must be his choice to be here with you. Be good to each other. Will you?
Don't worry, we will.
All right. I've rested plenty. I'll get out of your hair before it gets too late. Oh, see, Daisy. Ow! Ow! Oh.
Poor old man. He's hurting his back from carrying too much. Come on, let me help you.
I'm sorry to be such a bother. Yes, would you mind taking half of what I'm carrying?
Koromaru and I walked with the old man back to his place.
Oh! You're in a good mood, Koro-chan. Did you go for a walk? You helped? Ah, I see. I believe Koromaru-san wants to thank you. He says, let's do it again.
I think Koromaru appreciates me, and we gained charm for this. I'm not complaining. I guess we don't need it, but we hung out with our pupper.
Should we head in? It's almost Koro-chan's dinner time. I'll be preparing your dinner today, Koromaru-san. I hope you look forward to it.
Oh no, I guess it's not a very good cook. You'd think she'd be able to do that because she could just look at all the instructions all at once because she's a robot, but you're back. Tomorrow's the day. Get geared up while you can. You know the drill. We'll be on standby at the dorm tomorrow. I'm all fired up. I don't care where or when it shows up. It's dead meat. Okay. It's finally time. We got a lot of people to talk to. Well, tomorrow probably won't be an easy fight, but that's fine. I prefer when they make me sweat a bit. I'm confident in tomorrow's operation. What, with Aragaki-kun rejoining us? I have no doubt it'll be an easy victory. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, but remember, overconfidence can only lead to defeat. While it's true that Aragaki is quite powerful, he hasn't fought in quite a while. Let's all concentrate on the task at hand. We must execute this flawlessly to win. Must you always be such a killjoy? Yes, that's her thing. Why is Iori so excited about tomorrow? There's gonna be a full moon, and with it, another powerful shadow to fight. I hardly think that's the kind of thing to be excited about. I think we know why. He's already so dumb all the time, I forget that sometimes he can go even dumber. You know, Aragaki-senpai just joined us too, so we really don't need Junpei anymore, do we? Come on. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I just wish he wasn't so annoying. We know why he's excited. What's up, Makoto? Being a hero is so cool. I can't wait till tomorrow, dude.
Excuse me.
Junpei-san's current status is extreme happiness. I have learned how people describe this state in modern vernacular. He has gone to La La Land. Not the movie. He's just in La La Land. We do need to talk to Fuka to actually leave. No, I pressed the wrong button. Actually, I brought more books from my home. No, abort. Okay, we're good, we're good. Why is it always that low, or am I crazy?
Yes.
All right, it is dark hour time, and we have some new party members. Is it 3? Have we used Koromaru? I don't think we've used Koromaru yet.
Oh, someone's all ready to go. But hey, do you think Koromaru actually understands what we're doing?
He's a smart boy. I'm sure he does.
Think so? Even if he can use a persona, he's still a dog, you know? Hey, Koromaru. So, which is it? Huh? Nothing.
He said, resolve is shown through actions.
But he's just a dog. What a freaking badass! You are the coolest dog.
Excuse me. Will you please add me as a member in today's search party? I want to participate in lots of battles and get used to handling my persona.
All right, sounds good, kid.
All right! I hope I can prove myself useful to all of you.
Hey. So you're the one that decides the battle formation. I want to get back into the swing of things as quickly as possible. You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I gotcha.
All right. This place is just as creepy as I remember. Well, I'm here if you need me.
All right, we have 2 new tarot cards, I believe. Yeah, Chariot and Justice. 1 additional card. Ooh, Justice is a good one. Forgot about that. All right, so, that's right. There's something I wanted to tell you. It seems Koro-chan actually has 2 Theurgies. The chairman learned that from researching his potential. We're not totally sure why that's the case, but it's certainly nice to have him on our side. Suppose just keep that in mind whenever you're forming a party. That's all. Yes, we do have 3 new party members, so I'm going to go ahead and... Ooh, Akihiko level. I'm going to go ahead and set them to us real quick. It just depends on when you finally decide to go to Tartarus with each one. You'll see those little, like, dialogue cutscene things, but since we haven't gone in a month, and we got all of these guys within the past month, we get all those cutscenes now, and I think I am going to do... I'm going to do a little bit of fusion, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've done some fusion, and Elizabeth is asking for a moment. Tartarus appears to have a special little guest today. And between its jaws, it clenches a fragment that emits a curious blue light. Should your curiosity get the best of you, perhaps it's best you pay this guest a visit. I believe it will likely be on floor 88. Well, off you go. And I just realized that I actually forgot to do a fortune reading. It's not really that big of a deal. And I have a Mothman with Agileo that's actually just a complete coincidence, which is nice. So I can knock that. I get the main outfit. Oh, God. Okay, so floor 88. This is kind of a missing person, kind of not. I've got 3 missing persons on this block. Oh, I don't really want to do this. Why do I have to? Why does it have to be on floor 82? I think I'm gonna make a quick note of this, and then I will... Hold on. I think I'm gonna make a quick note of this, and then whenever I come back... floor 88. Whenever I come back later, I'll probably do it. I don't want to waste time going through those floors right now. That's just... I sent someone on a higher floor. It's a floor we haven't been to yet, though, so I hope we can get there soon. I just don't want to waste time now doing it. I can do that later when... I kind of cut some stuff out, but here's a dead end that we saw last trip, and with all of the crazy gears and stuff going on here, we can see who would have thought that a new pathway has opened. And Elizabeth told us that a while ago, so we should be good to go. And we've got our 3 new party members. Are their Theurgies charged a little bit? Yikes, there isn't much cover in this area, so we'll be spotted more easily. I can't remember if we've been in this type of area before. I feel like we have. Like, this is just a Tartarus block. They don't shift within the blocks, right? I'm not crazy. And I think I am gonna be quiet just to let the little dog do his thing.
Koro-chan's collar is working. Persona!
Yeah, it is nice that they. Oh wait, hold on. We have to watch the all-out attack. No, why you have the shuffle time here, game? I hate this. Woof, woof, woof. It's so perfect. It's so goofy. I love it. That's one of my favorite all-out attack quotes, just because, like, what else would you put there, right? Oh, God. We got the dog. And, of course, they do put those enemies there, like, enemies who are weak to the, like, the most recent party members' affinity? You know what I mean. Like, they purposely put those there just so you can show off your new characters, and maybe you guys are weak to electric?
I have to do what must be done. I have to. Lending your strength, Nemesis!
Wait. Oh, you're not weak. Okay. Well, I guess it's time for Caster.
Back in the fight now.
So lend me your power.
Okay, well, no all-out attacks for those two, but we got to hear their quotes, I guess. It's close enough. It's the closest we get to an awakening in this game. I mean, I guess technically Fuka was the closest we'll get to an awakening, but I guess, you know, obviously the protagonist, but yeah, we're gonna ignore those two special cases just for a minute, because P3 doesn't really have awakenings like P4 and P5. But I don't think anything really tops the Persona 5 Awakenings. Those are so cool. I've always loved them. They were such a great addition. Do I just want a Mamudo here? These might just kill everything. So yeah, it's been a while since we have gone to Tartarus. I think I'm gonna shift to Shinjiro, so maybe I can get an all-out attack with a crit here. Nope, I'm just gonna rush then. Ooh, Kogaon? Is this you weak to this? Maybe? Perchance? No, you resist. Okay. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the bios for today. I don't know, just get an early start on these, and then maybe I can make it through this block relatively quickly. I guess we will find out. There's only one way to find out. The first bio on my list for today is actually not one of the new party members. I go by level, in case you're ever curious. I go by level, so whatever level you end up with, whatever level they're supposed to come at in the compendium, or whatever level a party member joins, that's how I determine these. So the first one is Oni, and I do have this in my stock right now. So I'm a little worried about this. Never mind. Oni is basically just a Japanese demon. There's not really anything else about Oni. It's basically just a generic Japanese demon. In-game, I think Oni's always been pretty good. It is a really good physical attacker. It has no weaknesses. It gets Counter-Strike and Regenerate 1. So definitely good skills if you need to throw on like a multi-target boost, single target boost, or like some better slash skills or whatever. You're welcome to do that. But yes, what do I do here? I'm gonna whack you. Yes, Oni is generally pretty good in these games. Would recommend grabbing him. I think I have one in my stock right now, just because, again, just a... Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna try to get the insta-kill on this, because you are weak to dark. Okay. That's a little concerning. Good miss, okay. Amada has shock. No! My team can't move. I'm gonna really try to get the insta-kill here. Oh, I hope Loa isn't... Oh, this is bad. I hope Loa isn't... I'm gonna really just... I probably didn't, because I didn't get the cut in. Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good. Whew. I probably shouldn't have tackled the hard enemy right off the bat in this run because I'm not leveled up enough, but I definitely need to auto-recover here because I got no health. But next Persona, this is another one that I actually just fused. It was the one who I needed Agileo with. This is Mothman. Mothman is kind of a weird one in the Persona series because it actually originates in North America, specifically West Virginia, and it's a relatively recent creature, I guess. It originated in West Virginia in the 1960s, so kind of an odd, like compared to all these other ones, which are way like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old, and especially very like Eastern heavy, obviously, because Atlas is a Japanese company. But Mothman is basically just kind of like a West Virginia Bigfoot type of deal. It was most likely just a missighting of a crane or some kind of owl, and it just people just ran with it. It just turned into Mothman, and it is certainly a design. Stat-wise, you kind of get a bunch of weird skills. Oh, we got strange enemies, almost fidgety. Okay, well, I thought there was gonna be like a tutorial pop-up. You do get kind of an odd mix of skills here. You get Zyonga and Electric Boost, which is always great. You also get Megiddo for some reason. I don't know why this little dude gets an almighty skill, but it does. It's really fast, and you have a decent-ish magic stat. I've never been the biggest fan of Mothman. I think it's just kind of okay-ish. I guess Megiddo is really good for dealing with the golden hands, but I forgot to get a fortune reading because I'm dumb. But it is okay. It happens. Next up is Eligor. Eligor is the 15th demon in the Ars Gotia. That's kind of that demon encyclopedia tome thing that we have talked about with for many, many, many of these personas because it is a common reoccurring thing. It is actually, Eligor is actually a fallen angel. And his horse, the Steed of Abigor, was a gift from Beelzebub and created from the oh god, I got a tutorial. Created from one of the remains of one of the horses from the Garden of Eden. He's a strong warrior commander and skilled in magic. You get Life Aid, which is, oh, I'm on auto recover, crap. Or not auto recover. You get Life Aid, which recovers 8% of max HP and SP after winning a battle. You get Pierce Boost and Pierce Skills, Miragion. Really solid pick. I like Eligor. Enemies acting weird, consider turning back. We can see it's got the little angry things, especially aggressive. So yes, sometimes shadows will come pre-inflicted with status ailments. They will move differently and they take effect at the start of combat. So it's not like the little upswing where it inflicts that. They are automatically inflicted. So Rage is one of them. They will charge at you. Not sure why, but it appears to be agitated. It's fast, but not well coordinated. Stay calm and dodge. You should be just fine. I'm actually just going to run face first into it and do that. Yeah, the ambush makes things pretty easy. And I'm just going to Maega, because that's all that I need to do. So I was talking about Eligor. There's nothing really left for me to say about Eligor. But it is just, in general, just a good persona. I also just like the way it looks cool. So, I promise I will get to the new party member personas. I think they show up kind of in the back half, maybe, if I remember from when I typed these out. It's been a day. But yeah, I like Eligor. I really like one of the new party members in terms of combat, and I will definitely make it obvious when we get to that one, because he or it is very, very, very strong in my opinion. But we do have a Twilight Fragment on this floor. I wonder how far we go. So we started at, what, floor 92? I feel like we are making pretty good progress. I think this does look like one of the floors that just kind of wraps around. Yeah, it wraps around itself. That's just lovely. I will say I have been slowly working my way through episode Aigis, which, if you didn't know, that's kind of the epilogue, and I have to do it way ahead of time for reasons. If you have never played episode Aigis, you will understand why I had to do so much of it so far ahead of time. Because, I mean, it's August, and the game ends in March, and I'm already doing it. which is, of course, unfortunate. What did I just... What can I use? Fire skills? What are you weak to? I have no idea what you're weak to. Oh, I have Theurgies I can use. Oh. Do I really want to burn a Theurgy here? I don't really want to. I'm just going to whack you. I don't think you... Yeah, okay. Oh, we are at the point where physical skills are really, really good, and I'm really excited because there are some very strong physical personas coming up. And the next persona is not one of those physical personas. The next persona is Sarasvati. This is the Hindu goddess of knowledge, music, and the arts. She's the consort of the Hindu god of creation, Brahma, and she is grouped with Lakshmi and Parvati to form the Tridevi, which is a group of three. In case you couldn't tell, they are those three. So Lakshmi, I'm talking too fast. Lakshmi, Parvati, and Sarasvati. They're consorts of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, and those three are called the Trimuti. So you've kind of got the three women and the three men. They form their own trio, I guess, if you want to call it that, and they kind of play off of each other. I hope that makes sense. I don't know too much about Hinduism outside of what I learned in like 8th grade social studies. I should probably do some... Oh! We finally get a clock! Akihiko's not gonna be ass! Let's go! I don't really want to put him into the party just because I like having the new party members. I'll probably... I'll figure it out. So definitely bring Sonata up to snuff. And then I guess Yukari, even though I use her a lot. But that's the Great Clock, which is always really, really, really helpful in this game. How do I want to do this?
Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back. So I got these two doing their thing. I think I'm going to put them in the party right now, and then as soon as I can, I will... Wait. There we go. And then as soon as I can, I will swap them back out, just because I'm going to save. I don't want something stupid to happen, because I've been playing for half an hour. And resume from 46. How many floors do we have? We have to get up to floor 118, so I do actually kind of have a while to go. But that's okay. That is how these long episodes go. And we have a Manad door, so I might as well do that while I'm here. And I only have one enemy, so that's good. Oh, I completely forgot to do the stats section of Sarasvati. Right, I can't believe I missed that. So, Sarasvati. In-game, she's a support persona. I feel like it's kind of obvious from her whole shtick. Yes, she is a support persona. She gets Diorama, she gets Ma by Sudi, she gets Mediarama, she gets Masuku Kaja, so... Really good option, just like if you need one, just go ahead and grab her. You don't need to put that much effort into, like, what skills you give her. It's one of those where it's just like you get and forget, I guess. I hope that makes sense. Oh. Are you? Yeah, you do go next. I think I'm gonna analyze this thing. I don't think it has weaknesses. It does have a weakness. I stand corrected. Am I gonna? I guess I did just save, so I'm not super worried about dying. But I don't know if this will kill. I'm gonna try to save this Theurgy for the Manad door on Shinjiro. I guess on me too. But it should be okay. I don't think I die here. Okay, well, it doesn't matter.
I've already scanned this one.
I guess I can just whack you. Is this a bash weapon? Yes. That's okay. I should be alright. Oh yeah, super good. Next persona is Yakshini. For some reason, I don't know why, but sometimes between different games, they change the spelling of certain personas. Like, I know Queen Maeve is one. Yakshini is also another one, so in this game, it's Yakshini in... ooh, Electric Burst is good. Or Electric Boost, sorry. I'll get rid of the I don't need it. For some reason, in this game, it's Yakshini. I know in P5 it's Yaksini, and I don't know what it is in P4. I've only played Persona 4 once, and it's been a few years, and this is not something that I would remember. But yes, Yakshini with an H for some reason. I probably just obliterated my microphone saying that. Yakshini is the servant of Kubera, the Hindu god of wealth, as I try to navigate all this stuff without dying. She's often depicted as a beautiful woman, kind of sensing a theme with these these female personas. They're either like, they try to kill you, or they're beautiful. So Yakshini can be good or bad, just kind of depending on what the situation is and where they are. So like southern India, they're considered bad, but in other areas, she's considered good. It's really, I don't know. It's weird. Stat-wise, Yakshini has an insane strength stat. Super, super, super good for right now. I actually think I fused the Yakshini in the Velvet Room earlier today. You also get multi-target boost with multi-target slash skills. You get Deathbound, which is heavy slash damage to all foes. So yeah, this is a really, really solid pick for right now. Would definitely recommend picking up one or fusing into it if you want to have more control over the skills that she has. Great pick. Great, great, great pick. I'm just gonna whack you. Next persona is Virtue. So, Virtue is also known as Strongholds. This is one of the 9 orders of angels. So Virtue's in the second sphere of angels, and then what are you weak to? Fire, maybe? Is the second sphere of angels, and specifically the 5th rank of angels. Virtues watch over the movement of planets and stars in order to maintain order. They also bring miracles upon the world, and their physical form is melded with the universe itself, which I feel like is really well reflective of their design in Persona. They've kind of got that like ethereal-ish body going on, and it also makes sense like within the context of their, I don't know, lore, I guess if you want to call it that, right? Because they, okay, good. Like they're so associated with like the movement of the planets and stuff that they kind of have an almost like space-ish themed body texture going on. Does that make sense? I hope I'm speaking English right now. It's an angel persona. You get light damage and insta-kill skills. Ooh, my A guy is nice. I'll get rid of Miragi. Maybe I shouldn't have because I have fire boost. You get light damage and insta-kill skills. It's an angel. That's kind of how they roll. You do get light boost, which is really nice here. And I will say that Makoga, in addition to having light boost, is really good right now. Having that multi-target medium damaging skill is nice to have at this point in the game. Obviously, we will eventually outgrow that, but at least for now, it's a good pick to have. And if you do need a light persona, it's definitely... I guess that's the good thing about the angels. Like, if you're in the need of a light persona, just look up the Justice Arcana and see what you can fuse into, because, like... I don't want to say all of the angels are the Justice Arcana, but I think at least most of them are. I think some of the... I know some of the archangels, so like Michael, Gabriel, some of those aren't, but I think all of the normal-ish angels are Justice Arcana. So I'm gonna take on this lion, and I think I'm okay. I'm less okay. Fortunately, I do have Yukari right now. Do I have any support skills? I don't often put support stuff on Makoto, which now that I'm saying that out loud, no, that doesn't work. I need Mipatra or something. Okay, I guess I can just wait. That's a lot of magic. Let's see if I can find... So, there's my Oni. Where's my Yakshini? Maybe... What's the best damaging... I mean... We'll go for it. I was talking her up so much. Is this going to do a lot of damage? Not very much. That's okay. I do want to go ahead and burn... What's this? Ooh. I think I have... Okay. So... I'm gonna talk about this. I'm gonna talk about this move later. I'm gonna use it now. This is a really good move. It's called Bloody Charge. Once I promise when I get to caster, I will talk about it more. But I'm actually going to heal with Akihiko of all characters. I don't often do that because that skill does. Please don't do too much. That skill does in fact stack with a certain other very, very, very strong move coming up. Maybe Agileo here? I'm just throwing things out. I'm not super worried about this. It doesn't look like it's done too much damage. And I do have you. When are you get it Mediarama? Why do you still have Medea? What the hell? It's okay. I'm having a good time. I'm vibing. So I might as well show off Shinjiro's Theurgy. This is Bleeding Fury, deals severe strike damage to one foe, ignoring resistance. You can see his personality down there. Once his HP is less than half, his Determined ignites. So Bloody Charge takes your HP down to half. So if you leave yourself there, you get more Theurgy gauge. But I'll just go ahead and show this off.
I'm ready. This is it. See you in hell.
It does so much damage. Oh, man. Oh, he's got some really strong moves. Oh, and I got the Beast shocked, so I probably should go to Oni here. Getsue is going to be good because it's right before a full moon. And that just killed. Holy shit, that just killed. Oh man, we are finally at the point where I can grab 2 Arcana cards. This was such a good choice. I don't need the social stat extras, but it's fine. We're finally at the point where physical attackers are getting really strong. They're not like super busted like they are endgame, but man, they're getting really, really strong. We are back at the door, and I think we are mostly done exploring that floor, so this, what is it, this Monad door scan thing is not gonna do too much for us, but I am gonna return to the entrance just so I can grab Ken and Koromaru again, because our 2 buddies did go ahead and level up, and I like making... Why are you already so low on SP? I guess I was using Mamudo a while, but I feel like... Whatever. I feel like I'm just sitting here and complaining today, which I don't know why. I'm in a pretty good mood for the most part. I've been in a good mood recently, which I'm not going to question. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy it. Things have been going well for me lately. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna try to avoid the Strong Shadow and get to the hand. I don't want the hand to despawn, which is... This is gonna be a little tricky. Hiya! Oh shit. Hiya! Hiya! Fuck! Oh god, where is it? Yeah, please! Why are you running? Oh god, I thought I was gonna get ambushed. It's okay, it's okay, I'm fine, we are fine. Oh, there's 2 hands. Oh, there's 2, oh, I have, okay, so, Koromaru has 2 Theurgies. He has Hound of Hades, which deals severe dark damage to one foe, and Power Howling. Next physical attack will deal more than double damage for all allies. This is a full party charge. It is so strong. I think I'm gonna go for that. I don't think that these 2 hands block physical. I could be wrong, but I do have a Theurgy on Makoto that I can at least bust out. I have Jack Brothers. So I think doing that is probably my best bet, and then if I don't get a knockdown, throw out a physical skill. I mean, I've got, what is it, Heat Wave on Shinjiro, so that's good. I did get the knockdown on a few. Yes, this is probably the play. I think? Yeah, you have Heat Wave. Don't block, don't block, don't block. Please don't block. Yeah. And that's all we need. Oh, God. Oh, God, it's the Strong Shadow. I wasn't ready for that. I forgot if it's close by, it gets the caution. I think burning the Oracle here is probably the right play. Oh, God. Oh, let's go! Okay, this should be a crit. You're not weak to slash, right? Yeah, so that's good. This is a problem. I don't really have a healer here, and I wasn't really expecting to fight this thing. I think I go for the Mamudo here. You're dizzy, so you shouldn't dodge this. You weren't even moving. Why? Okay, that's fine. Oh, why does Ken have Mediarama but Yukari doesn't? Game. Sometimes I really don't understand the Persona series, but is that my only Muto skill? It probably is. This is one of the few scenarios where having Muto skills as opposed to like Eiha skills are actually nice-ish. I really hope I can get this done before it wakes back up. Okay, I got another crit. I don't need that. I really just want one of these Muto skills to hit. Come on, game. Why are you like this? Okay, that should be okay. I don't think I'm weak to that. Okay, the full party Heat Riser has made a difference. And I don't know what to do here. It's fine. So, next Persona, I guess because I've got nothing else to do right now. Next Persona is Flauros. So, Flauros is the 64th demon in the Ars Gotia. Kind of has two forms. One that is a leopard and one that's a man. It can kind of switch between the two, kind of ish. It can see into the past and the future, so like you can ask it questions about that, but it is also a notorious liar, so you probably shouldn't, because it will probably just lie to you. In-game, Flauros is a good physical attacker, but the real thing that you should look out for are the skills that it gets. It gets crit rate boost, it gets apt pupil, it gets auto Sukukaja, and it gets Herculean Strike. So this is a fantastic choice for the skills themselves. Yes, you can use it on its own, and that's definitely going to be a great option, but this is going to be great fusion material. Let's say you want to like fuse it into a persona that has stronger, higher strength. So like maybe an Oni, or maybe you want to combine it with some of the skills that Yakshini has. That is a fantastic choice because of all of those amazing skills that it does, all the amazing passives that it gets, right? Apt Pupil, Crit Rate Boost are, I don't want to say essential for physical attackers, but they're basically like everybody's go-to at this point, and even in the end game. The Auto Sukukaja is nice just for that extra speed so that you can start every turn going first-ish. Someone's on a higher floor. Okay, I am going to go back down, and I think I'm going to shave. And Koromaru is already almost out of SP. Do I want to use him in this fight? You've got 31. Ooh, that's rough. I'll go ahead and use him. I'll probably swap him out after this fight. And I know it's fun seeing the new party members early, but I feel like I've used up so much SP with him already, and I don't want to have him just here, just taking up space. I shouldn't have been using those Muto skills as much, but I don't know why I was so scared of those knights. It clearly wasn't the biggest deal in the world. But we do get a knockdown, so that's good. We get 2 knockdowns. You're either weak to like fire or you're weak to ice, I want to say. I feel like the little magician handy dudes, those are usually what they're weak to. I could be completely wrong, and I could have just gotten somebody killed. Am I gonna get Shinjiro killed? I guess we'll find out. Never mind. It's weak to electric. What do I know? I only have 1,000 hours in this game, and I am still stupid. Ay. Man. No, I can't use it. I'm 1 SP short. Alright, insta-kill it is. Please get one of them. Okay, I got one. At least I can... Oh, that didn't... I don't get a 1 more from that? That's... Why don't I get a 1 more? It's weak to that. I don't... Okay, whatever. Clearly, I don't know how this game works. So, I guess... I don't know. What else has happened? So, I run in the mornings before work. It's just how I work out, I guess. It's nothing super crazy, and I'm going to Heat Wave here after I bloody charged. And I was doing... Like, I felt like I was doing really well. Like, I was getting in better shape. And... because I had to take some time off over the summer, and like everything oh, this doesn't work because I'll just heal. And things were going well, and I was on a run one morning, and like I felt fine, and I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye. I was like, that's weird, what is that? And then I rolled my ankle, and normally, like when I'm on a run and I roll my ankle, I like kind of hobble for a few steps, and then I'm fine, I just keep going. And I like fell to the ground, I was like, wow, that really hurt that time. And then I sat there for a little bit, I was like, damn, my ankle really hurts. I was like, well, I'm almost halfway through my run. Like, I'll finish it out anyway. It's probably not the end of the world. Please don't be weak. It's probably not the end of the world. I'll just keep going. It's fine. And then I got like 10 minutes from my apartment, and of course, like I can't get back any faster. And I was like, wow, my ankle really, really hurts. And I sprained my ankle. I have never sprained my ankle before. And it, like, the next day it was like swollen to the size of a softball. And then it hurt for like a week and it really hurt walking for like a week. You're better than I thought. I can see why Aki hyped you up. Hey, you're pretty good too, Shinjiro. Well, yeah, I can't afford to be holding back either. Let's get going. All right. But yes, I have never sprained my ankle before, but it was like swollen to the size of a softball and hurt for the next couple days, and it's been... I guess we'll give this daft jacket to Shinjiro. It's been about 2 weeks now, and it's still slightly swollen in like one specific part, but other than that, it's fine, and I've gone on a couple runs, and it's been fine, but I was like, wow, I've never done that before. I don't know how, because like I was on a bike path, so it was paved. It wasn't like running trails or anything, but Elizabeth wants to talk to us. You appear to possess a great number of personas. Quite impressive, I must say. However, perhaps in your current state, you are able to utilize even more powerful personas? Should you feel so inclined, please make your way to the Velvet Room. Well, I feel like you can't just say that and then not have something interesting to say. Treasure hunting milestone. Do we get... Is that her not so subtle way to say, hey, I'm going to give you a new theurgy? I feel like it might be potentially for maybe. Oh, okay. Well, I thought that was gonna be her way of hinting towards that, but I guess not for some reason. I don't know. It's fine. But yes, I am back to being healthy. I hate running in the mornings because I always feel awful. Like I never feel good running in the mornings, and I'm not even on my easy runs where it's just like, all right, just go out, go run, come back, like no like speed work or anything. Even on my easy days, it's just like it takes me like 15-20 minutes just to loosen up. 100th floor. It's a mind-boggling number, but the end's not even in sight. Well, there's no hurry, so let's keep a steady pace. If you want to be able to explore a little bit easier, you might want to use my shock noise skill. Yes, we did just get this. It distresses all enemies on the current floor, though it is ineffective against certain enemies. I'm assuming that means either the gold hands or the strong enemies. It'll inflict distress on all enemies on a floor, so they flee when they see you. Well, I guess the gold hands already flee from us, so that doesn't really make a difference. But like even on my easy days, it takes so long just to loosen up and feel like I'm not just like 80 years old. But it's better than, at least right now, running after work, because the heat index is always like 90 to 95, and it's always like 70, 80, sometimes 90% humidity, so this is the best option. And I would like to run after work just because I'm way looser. I feel like it doesn't take me nearly as long to get myself going. I also don't like running in the dark. I usually head out around like 6:10, 6:15-ish, which isn't super early, but for the first like 20 or so minutes of my run, it's always just a little too dark for comfort. And there are some kind of narrow-ish roads. There's like one tiny bridge that I have to cross over, and there's no sidewalk, and I'm always just like, please don't run me over. I guess the good thing is that there's not too many cars out at that time. And other than that, I do actually live in a pretty, like, runnable neighborhood area, despite living in living in a city that's not the most runnable in some places. But yeah, that has been, it's been nice to get back out and run over the past couple days because I've missed that, and I'm always somebody, I need to work out. But I actually started tracking my calories because I've never tracked what I eat. It's something I've never really done in the past, and I already have Lumia. I guess I'll go for the skill card. I've never actually tracked what I've eaten. I've always just worked out a ton and not really had to worry about it, but I got to the point where I have a scale in my apartment just to keep track of everything. Not really, in the past I hadn't really worried about like losing weight or anything, but for reference, I'm right around 6 feet tall. I haven't like gotten measured in, wait, was there a visual bug on my SP bar for a second there? It looked like kind of the end was filled for some reason, but there is a person here. I wonder if is it?
Stay on your toes, man.
Why is my SP bar like that? I've never seen that before. Why is it there too? What happened? What happens if I get in oh. Okay, well, never mind. Adios. But I had a scale, so for reference, I'm like 5'11", 6 feet, somewhere around there. I don't know, I haven't gotten measured in years and years and years, so I couldn't really tell you. But I've always been a thinner guy, and I got to the point, I hit 170 on the scale. I'm just like, yeah, we can't, we're not doing this. So I started tracking the calories I've been eating, and in the past, like, 3 weeks, I think, I've lost like 12 pounds. I'm down to like 158 or so, which has been nice. I like the way I look in the mirror a little bit more. I still would like to lose a little bit of belly fat, because like that's where all of my fat is. Like, I have really thin arms and really thin legs, but I just, it likes to be in my belly. My body is built for the winter, I guess. So it's been good. I would, if you're somebody who's like trying to lose weight, I would recommend getting a scale and tracking your calories, because that has been a big help for me. And I've had a kitchen scale for a while just because I do a lot of baking, and that's how you track baking stuff. What are you guys weak to? Are you not weak to anything? Who knows? But I've had a kitchen scale for a while because baking uses grams instead of cups and stuff because it's more accurate. So I would definitely recommend that if you have not tried that, and if you're somebody who like needs to lose weight, just operating on like, I mean, depending on the day, for me, I'm usually in like the 500, 600, 700 calorie deficit per day. Would recommend, I don't know, looking at some calorie deficit stuff and just tracking what you eat, because it has made a big difference for me, knowing like, so I make basically everything that I eat. I don't eat pretty much any prepackaged stuff, with the exception of like a very select few things. I don't go out to eat. I don't eat like microwave dinners or anything. So I'm able to, I'm like, yeah, you know, like I make all my food. I feel like I'm pretty healthy, but just understanding how many calories are in, like, just the ingredients that you have is very informative. It makes, I feel like it gives me a better understanding of what I'm putting into my body, because something, you know, I think of something like, oh, like, yeah, I had pizza, but like I literally made all the stuff with the exception of like the handful of pepperonis I put on it, and just realizing how many calories are in flour, like just raw flour. I was like, oh, that's why I've been gaining weight, because I do a lot of baking, and that checks out. So, yeah, if you're somebody who needs to lose a little bit of weight, would definitely recommend that. Like, so I talked about spraining my ankle, not being able to run. Like, when I wasn't running, I was still losing weight because I tracked how much I was eating and made sure that I was still within that calorie deficit. So it's something that I never had to really worry about in the past, just because I worked out so much. But as I got older, it was like, I should probably start looking into this a little bit more, and I'm realizing now that I should probably get to a stopping point soon, because I kind of have to go to bed, because again, I've been waking up early and going for runs, and it's 9:50 and I wake up at 6, so if I want to get... Enemies are acting strangely. If I want to get my 8 hours of sleep, I do need to hop off soon, and I happen to... Oh, something's wrong with this shadow, too. You can see it's kind of all dazed and kind of walking drunkenly around. It seems like it's having trouble finding its footing. It also... Hey, I just said that! It is confused, they move slowly, and are prone to missing their attacks. Okay, so they are prime targets to pick off with these encounters. So, yeah, tracking calories was not something that I ever really had to worry about, just because I did work out so much growing up. And now that I'm older and not working out for many, many, many hours a day, it's good. It was a good choice. I'm glad I did it, and I understand that I am somebody who naturally loses weight a lot easier than other people, but also I was just like, oh, I just could have done this so long ago and wouldn't have had to worry about not enjoying the way I look in the mirror. So, yeah. And that's not to say that if you weigh more than me, you are worse off than me. Like, it's not what I'm trying to say, but I have very high standards for my fitness, and I have been unhappy with myself physically for a while, and I'm glad I have made these changes, and I feel that there's nothing wrong with being unhappy with the way you look, as long as you just don't sit there and mope about it. It is better to... I feel like the best way for you to love yourself is for you to take advantage of, especially like technology. So the app that I used was MyFitnessPal, and it just tracks everything for you and tracks your macros and other nutrients and stuff. And I just used that to keep track of everything, and it worked really well. So would recommend everybody try that if they can. And I don't even think you need to, like, go to, like, a fitness class. If that's something that you enjoy, that's a great thing. I'm somebody who I'm just like, I just want to run on my own. Like, I can use Ken's Theurgy. This is Divine Retribution. Deals severe light damage to one foe. Let's watch this.
It's my turn! Rain down on them!
The enemy's been taken out!
But yeah, just however you treat your health the best. I feel like people talk about, oh, love your body. And it's just like, yeah, I am doing this because I love my body, and I want my body to be as good as it can be. Good miss. You know, I know that's a weird thing to say, like, you're putting yourself through pain, and that doesn't sound like self-love, but it is, right? I want myself to be healthy, I want myself to be fit, and I am taking the initiative to make the changes that I want to see in myself. Have I gotten Legion yet? I feel like I have. Ooh, Slash Boost. Oh, I already have a Slash Boost card. I've definitely gotten Legion before, but I've got this level 10 Archangel just sitting in my stock, so I'm going to get rid of it. And ironically, I do need it for this next upcoming story arc, but we do have a full moon coming up. I don't want to be... Oh, is that it? Oh, that's everything. Oopsies. We're on floor 103, and we've got a Monad door, and I do see a little handy boy down there. But I really do need to stop so I can get some rest. Also, I think the most important thing, we're on a health kick today. I don't know. Maybe you guys don't want to hear all this crap, but this is my channel. I get to say what I want. But I do think the biggest thing you can do for your health is getting enough rest at night, because sleep is the #1 recovery tool that we have in our back pockets. And I hate that people make, like, lack of sleep a competition. Like, oh, I got 4 hours of sleep yesterday. Well, I got 3.5. It's like, you guys are both unhealthy. Like, shut up. Stop. Don't do that. Get your sleep. I understand if you've got, like, something that keeps you up and you're just like, man, like, I did not get enough rest last night. Like, that's okay. You know, that does happen. But don't make don't make not sleeping enough a competition. Like, you just sound dumb. You just sound stupid. Don't do that. Don't be stupid. Be smart. Do I want to send Ken ahead? I don't really want to, because I've got that Monad door coming up, and I don't want to just randomly lose a party member for that. That would be a little awkward. I'm also running kind of low on SP for Makoto. I'm probably going to have to start drinking all those energy drinks at some point. I need to auto-recover. I pressed the wrong button. I don't know how buttons work. There's the door. Oh, and there's a teleporter. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect, okay? I can teleport. I can go into the Monad. Or... I think I'm going to Monad, because I've got a couple Theurgies, and then I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to save, and then I will probably record more tomorrow, maybe in a couple days. I'm going to go ahead and Sylphid Aura. Why not? Just to make this a little bit easier. I don't think it'll be too bad, because the last one was surprisingly, I don't want to say relaxed, but it was not too bad. I have no idea what this thing is weak to. This is how this goes. This is just the guessing game. Yeah, we're super fine. Well, that's fine. Does somebody have Dakunda? Oh, Dakaja. Why do the names have to be... it just sucks that the names are kind of gibberish. I feel like, I'm gonna go for it. This should stack with my Theurgy, so... I'm just gonna kind of nuke this thing. Based off how much HP that first attack took off, I don't foresee myself struggling with this too badly. It also might try to Heat Razor again, because a lot of the times enemies will do that, where they will try to keep their buffs up. I should probably heal here. Do I have a less expensive healing skill? I guess Medea. I don't think Shinjiro really needs all that much health, but hopefully I'm okay. I don't think I'm weak to wind. What is Shinjiro weak to? Does he have a weakness? Oh, Ken's got no SP. Well, that's fine. Oh, wow, he really has no SP. What is your weakness? You don't have a weakness. Okay, well, time to hit the nuke button. Bloody Charge plus Theurgy is usually pretty strong. This is why Theurgies are so good, because all like the charge skills and your stat increases and all that, they stack. And yeah, that thing was like at 60% health, and I just like one-shot it. That's why you should use Shinji. He is, I guess you can probably tell by now. Shinji is by far one of my favorite party members to play as in this game. I think he is incredibly fun. Ooh, Autosuku Kaja, that's good. I think not only he's really fun to play as, but it also is just a really interesting playstyle, right? You can see he has no support skills. He's got no magic skills. He is just full-blown in-your-face Unga Bunga, and we can tell by his stats. Where is it? Yeah. He has one thing. This is a... Men have one thing on their mind, and it's fucking disgusting. But we've got this, and I do need to, unfortunately, return to entrance. I do need to take a break, because it is 10 o'clock, and I need to go to bed, so I get plenty of sleep. So I will save, and I will catch you guys in a second. Alright, I'm back. I have done a little bit of fusion, actually, and have finished one of the requests, so I have created a persona that's level 38 or higher, get a marionette. I can now fuse Neberos, the necromancer from hell. I didn't even mean to do that, it just kind of happened. So let us get back into the Tartarus exploration. I am going to take Ken out of my party, because he literally has 0 SP, and I guess I'll throw in Mitsuru right now. I don't want to throw in Junpei and Shinjiro because they're both physical attackers. That would be kind of redundant, and I have no SP. Yeesh. Yeah. Let's use some of those 4 biotic. Oh, that's everybody. Just kidding. What are some... Where are all the SP? Oh, there they are. I don't... I don't know why these are separated. That's odd. Well, time to chug some soda. Whee! I gotta make use of it somehow. Might as well be now. Gonna go ahead and auto recover just so I am all set to go. Floor 103. So we've got 15 floors left here. And can I go? Ooh, I think I did the Menad door before I left. So I'm just gonna go to the next floor. We're gonna find out. I'm pretty sure I did it. You've probably noticed the mineral chunks lying around. Supposedly there are different types, some of which are quite rare. The rare ones give off a blue glow. They yield twilight fragments, so try breaking them when you spot them. I don't know why it's telling me that now. Okay, so I did do the Menad door. I don't know why it's telling me now. That feels a little late in the game for us to be getting a tutorial on that, considering that I've been seeing them for quite a while now. I don't know. I mean, at least it's not like some of the Xenoblade games when you get tutorials literally like 60 hours in the game. But I looked at the bio list that I had and realized that I am actually kind of really far behind where I need to be, and I'm gonna start spamming physical skills because that's fun. almost killed. So next one on my list is Loa. So Loa is a spirit from Haitian mythology. It kind of exists between humans and gods and expects itself to be served. And while they are a group of spirits, they're not like deities, although they are like very individualistic. Like they kind of have their own likes and needs and wants and things like that. It's almost like more like a different species of creature rather than like I said, more like a deity type of thing. So don't confuse that. In game, you mostly have a focus on Mudo skills, which I mean it kind of makes sense given its design. You get Mamudo. You also get Mudo boost, which does feel nice, right? Like you can. It doesn't feel like you are not making the most of the Mudo skills when you get Mudo boost. That makes sense, right? You do get Survive Light, which is nice to avoid Hama stuff because you are weak to light, so that's nice to have. Overall, I don't often use Mudo or Hama skills. I know I kind of used them earlier today, kind of fishing for a quick kill, but typically I don't use them unless I'm trying to cheese something, and Shinjiro's just so strong. But the next persona is everybody's favorite monarch. This is King Frost. I love the Frost dudes. This is just a goofy Atlas thing. So obviously Jack Frost is Atlas's mascot, and King Frost is basically just a royal Jack Frost, and it has no like basis. It's one of the few ones that it's just kind of made up. And surprise, surprise! King Frost is an ice attacker. You get Mabafula, you also get Freeze Boost, and you do get Maraku Kaja, which is nice support. You unfortunately don't get any ice boosting skills. I mean, Freeze Boost is nice, but you don't get anything that adds to dishing out extra ice damage, but realistically, it is one of the best ice attackers that you can get right now, just because that is such a big focus on it. So if you got it and that's what you need, you don't really need to upgrade right now. I'd say you're pretty well set for the most part with King Frost. Maybe fuse into it, maybe get like an ice boost, or since you've got Mabafula, maybe a multi-target boost would be a good skill to throw on it. But other than that, it's a good choice. Next up is a DLC persona, and a very, very strong one. So this is Kaguya. Kaguya, can I get a Mazio skill on somebody? Doesn't. Oh, I do. Kaguya, her full name is Kaguya Hime. She's from Japanese folklore, specifically the tale of the bamboo cutter. So she was found inside of a bamboo stalk and raised by the bamboo cutter himself. She was a beautiful woman, as all women from these types of stories are, because why would you make an ugly woman? And men from all over like poured in to propose to her because she was so beautiful. Even the Emperor of Japan tried to win her hand in marriage and did actually fail. So a group, this is gonna sound weird, so she refused them all, never took a husband, and a group of aliens descended down from the moon to take her back home, and then she ended up giving the elixir of life to the Emperor because he didn't want to live without her, and that potion, that elixir of life, was eventually burned at the top of Mount Fuji. So a lot of weird lore stuff. Yeah, okay, Fuka's telling us to go back and save. This is, I sent someone on a higher floor. Okay, whatever. In-game, Kaguya, as with all of the DLC personas, is very strong. You get an exclusive skill. You don't get a driver skill on her. However, you do get something that I consider almost just as good. You get Shining Arrows, which is weak light damage to all foes 4 to 8 times, which is just insane. And on top of that, you get multi-target boost. So it's a really, really good combination. Those two skills synergize really well with each other. So is there a persona that gets that light driver? I forgot. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yes, if you can get something with light driver, if that's a thing, would recommend it because Kaguya is very, very, very strong. Next, finally getting to a party member persona. This is Cerberus. This is Koromaru's persona. You've probably heard of Cerberus before. Cerberus is the three-headed dog that is kind of the guardian protector of the Greek underworld. I desperately need this to go off. Damn it. Fuck. Okay. So Cerberus was also born from Echidna and Typhon. It's those two's kid. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I don't know what to do here. Anyway, in-game, Cerberus is incredibly fast. Koromaru is basically always gonna be moving. Oh, that's awkward. Koromaru is basically always gonna be moving first in essentially any fight that we have, which is why I find that he tends to run out of SP really, really quickly because he's always moving first before Makoto. So you tend to use a random attack, and then you get to the wild card, and then you down everybody when you could have just... Am I dead here? No. When you could have just started with Makoto, and then downed everything, and... Anyway. So, Cerberus has a focus on Muto, Eha, and Agi skills. So, kind of an odd mix, if you ask me. You do get Fire Amp and Dark Amp at level 70 and 73, respectively, so... You do at the very least have like some sense of diversity, and you can focus in on either fire or dark or both of those skills if you want. And he does get Debilitate at level 77, which is always going to be a fantastic skill. You get Getsu A for full moon fights, you get Masuku Kaja. So you're hearing all of these things I have to say about Koromaru, and you're like, wow, that sounds really, really good. And I think that all of those things combined, like, how do I explain this? I feel like all of those things would be great on other party members, but I feel like when you throw them on a singular party member, it just makes it not great. And I know that sounds really weird. I'm not the biggest fan of Koromaru. I feel like he finally gets good just a little too late in the game, and by the time you get that far in, like if you're in late game stuff, it's just too late. Like there are so many other party members that really kind of outshine him, and when I rank party members, like in my head, in my own noggin tier list, I try to rate them based off of how they are for the majority of the game. Right? I don't want to judge them just based off the end game, because I feel like that's not a reasonable judgment of how they perform throughout the course of, like, this, what, 70-ish hours of P3. And that's the problem that I have with Koromaru. I feel like he gets all these different things. It's just, it's like, it's too much diversity. He kind of ends up just being kind of at everything. And that can be frustrating at times. I might die here. I don't think I have Mi Patra on anybody. Please? Oh, shit. Please kill. I think this kills? Okay, just barely. But yes, I've never been the biggest fan of Koromaru, both, like, in combat and as, like, a character in the story. Like, don't get me wrong, it's great to have a dog around. Hey, nice work out there. You're seriously leader material. Yes, I am. What can I say? I'm the protagonist. Well, aren't you oozing with confidence? But honestly, that's reassuring trait to see in a leader. Anyway, should we get going? After you. Yes, I've never been the biggest fan. I feel like he tries to do too many things at once and just ends up being kind of okay at everything. Whereas you've got all these different party members in the team. Like, you've got Yukari, who's just an insane healer. And you've got like Junpei and Aigis and Shinjiro, who are all like very obviously physical attackers, and then you've just got Koromaru kind of doing whatever. It's I don't know. I've never been the biggest fan, and I don't like that he is. I understand why they have him as a character, right? It's to show that, like, oh, you know, Koromaru, he's a dog, and even though he's not a human, he's like, his life still matters and everything. It's very much like Aigis. Like, Aigis is a robot, and despite the fact that she's not a human, her life still matters. Like, I get that thematically. It makes perfect sense. But especially with, like, the linked episodes, why are we going around hanging out with a dog? And that's not to say that his linked episodes are bad. It's just, like, I would much rather have proper social links with the male party members. And again, not to say that the linked episodes are bad. In fact, I really love Junpei's and Akihiko's linked episodes in particular. I'm not the biggest fan of the way he's implemented in P3, if that makes sense. But those are my feelings about Koromaru, both as a character and as, I guess, a party member in that sense. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Are you weak to this? No, you're not, surprisingly. Oh, so that's, yeah. Those are my thoughts. I've got a lot of thoughts on this game. I remember somebody in the Discord, I don't remember what the context was, but somebody, oh, yeah, I remember. Somebody's like, you know, Aura, what's your, if you had to rate P3 on a scale from 0 to 10, what would you rate it? I was like, okay, so 0 is, like, god-awful. 5 is average, because that's how bell curves work. And then 10 is absolutely incredible. I said, I think P3 is, like, a 7. Maybe a 7.5. And they're like, oh, like, what? And I said it does some things really well, it does some things really awfully, and then everything else that's left over, because those kind of cancel them out, everything that's left over is just kind of good. Right? It's not amazing, it's not awful, it's just good. And somebody goes, why do you think it's bad? And then I was like, I have to figure out how to spoiler tag stuff, because I didn't know. But it was, I like spoiler tag this big long paragraph of all the issues that I have with the game. And then I linked my I linked my review of it, of that and episode Aigis, because I don't normally, like, link my own videos in the Discord, because I'm just like, I feel like that's kind of, like, narcissistic and stroking my own ego. I don't know, I don't like self-plugging very much, but it made sense within the context of the conversation that day, so I felt like I had to. So I did that, and yes, I do have issues with this game, so I don't know. If you want to look at my full thoughts, either look at my review or look at that big, long, spoiler-tagged message that I sent in the Discord. Go for that. But, yeah. I would say Koromaru is not something I'm super aggravated with. It's definitely very low on the list of complaints I have on this game. But yes, I do have complaints that we will... I feel like I want to talk about these things, but I can't talk about them until later. Especially like a lot of the... I don't want to say like late game spoiler stuff, but like late game events that happen and or don't happen. I can't talk about them right now because they haven't happened yet. When I talk about them, it's going to spoil stuff. And I doubt anybody who's watching this hasn't played this game before. I feel like this would be an odd series to watch without playing the game. I don't know. I don't think there's anybody who's like super invested in who I am, I guess. I feel like it's mostly people who enjoy these games. But if you haven't played Reload or P3, welcome aboard. It is a great time. I'm gonna guess you're weak to electric. I just have a feeling. Yes, okay. But speaking, since I'm using this persona, I might as well talk about it. This is Thunderbird. So Thunderbird comes from Native American folklore, and it is a huge component of culture. And I can't speak. It is a huge component of culture and rituals in Native American ideology. I am. Okay. Well, I didn't mean to attack. Please don't kill me, please. I'm okay. Why do you still have fear? Please, me, Patra. Please, please, please. Okay. Anyway, so Thunderbird's name comes from the belief that its wings cause thunder. In-game, Thunderbird is just an electric attacker. That is literally it. It is... In every game that it's in, like, when you get it, so, like, for example, now in P3 or in the one palace that everybody hates in P5, which I actually don't hate the palace all that much, it's almost always the best electric attacker you can get at the time, just because it gets all of the good Zeo skills. So, if you need a Zeo attacker, it's kind of like King Frost, except for electric. If you need one, pick it up. It's going to be great. You really don't have to put that much effort into fusing into it or getting good skills. It just kind of comes with the good ones, or eventually gets them pretty soon from level ups. So, yes. I also just really like Thunderbird's design. I think it looks really cool, which I know is just a very, like, middle school boy thing to say. Like, it looked cool. But, I mean, you gotta take design into account with these things, because some of the personas are kind of freaky looking. So when you get something cool, you gotta make note of it. Next up is another DLC persona, is Milady, or Milady, as the games like to say. I don't know why they call it that. I always thought it was just Milady, which I feel like it would make more sense because she's based off Milady de Winter from the Three Musketeers. And so Milady de Winter was hated by she hated one of the heroes in the novel, and actually ends up being beheaded, which is why she's lacking a head in her design in this game. She's manipulative and very self-reliant, and often exploits others for personal gain within the actual story of the Three Musketeers. In-game, you do have a driver skill exclusive to her. You have Pierce Driver. So this is plus 75% to Pierce skills. The only offensive skill she gets is Torrent Shot. I don't know why. That's the only it's the only offensive skill, not just the only Pierce skill, the only offensive skill that you get, which just seems odd. So you definitely have to fuse good Pierce skills into it, which is unfortunate. It would be nice to just have those, like, come with Milady, but, I mean, if you get Pierce Driver, you're not really going to complain about much. It is what it is. But, like all DLC personas, pretty strong, pretty strong. Up next is Saki Mitama. So we've talked about the different Mitamas, Ara Mitama, Kushi Mitama, Saki Mitama, and, what's the last one? I can't remember. There's 4 of them. I can't remember the other one. I'm getting a slightly different reading from the shadows on this floor. Oh, is this another tutorial? I'll try to speed through this. So this is Japanese belief that it is part of the soul. It brings good fortune and blessings. It brings prosperity and hunting and fishing and harvest and things like that. In-game, you've got You've got a good magic stat. Not really many skills to take advantage of it. You get 4 resist and 1 weakness, so that's nice. I guess you get Mediarama, but it's just kind of, like, it's fine. It's nothing crazy. So I tried to speed through that, so... Oh, you reflect. But you are weak. Haha! Why are you hitting yourself? Why am I hitting myself? It's fine. I can probably just kill with Herculean Strike here. And I will wait to do the other personas until... I still have so many left. I will wait to do the other personas until... I assume we're going to see a tutorial at some point because the dialogue popped up. I feel like we've been getting introduced to these, like, status shadows a lot. I don't remember which one is left. So we've gotten Rage, we've gotten Confuse. I don't know what's left, but that's okay. But I have mentioned this, but I am very happy we are at the point where physical attackers are finally getting good because I can just kind of spam physical skills hoping for crits, and the crits happen almost as often as they don't, so I'm thankful for that. But I do think that's a good way for Atlus to kind of keep the battles interesting throughout the course of these Tartarus runs. I hopefully... No, please. No. Did I get greedy? Please, please. Okay. I feel like it's a way for Atlus to keep these Tartarus runs at least a little interesting, because, like, at first it feels like the magic skills are kind of the way to go because you don't crit very often when you're low level. Are you gonna... Okay, we're good. You don't crit very often because you're low level, and then as you go, you start getting those good crit skills. I feel like I talked about this in the last chunk before I left. It's the next day, because I mentioned I had to go to bed. I guess I'll find out when... Maybe I'll find out when I edit it? I don't know. I don't watch the whole thing. Oh, poison. That was the last one. Oh, an enemy. That looks like poison, right? Or is it fear? I think it's fear. But there's something odd about the way it's acting. Please turn back for now. I want to whack it! Not exactly sure why, but that shadow seems intimidated by us. If fear, they'll run away. These enemies will freeze in terror when they make eye contact with you, but then attack in a frenzied panic if you turn your back. Beware. Please don't let your guard down. It may still strike if we give it an opening. I'm just gonna whack it. Die. Oh, come on. Come here. Stop running. Stop running, you coward. Oh my god! Oh, I kinda wanna grab that chest. Okay, well, screw you. Never mind, I guess I won't show that off. Kept running away. What was I talking about before? Okay, well, there's a person, and they've wanted a Tartarus. Please check everywhere. It's hard to visualize a building with over 100 floors, isn't it? I mean, don't we have plenty of buildings that are over... I mean, they're not, like, super common. Like, you can just see them in the middle of nowhere. But, like, there are plenty of skyscrapers that have over 100 floors, right? I'm not going crazy, am I? Anyway, next persona. This is Hanuman. This is a monkey deity from the Ramayana. Ramayana, that's the story. He is the son of the wind god Vayu, and is apparently as tall as a mountain. Not in this game, but in the story. As tall as a mountain. That would be nice to just be able to step on people and go to the next battle. Can also transform into anything, apparently, and decides to look like Monkey Dude. I wouldn't decide to look like Monkey Dude if I could transform into anything. I don't know, I'd probably look like some, I don't know, super buff, attractive dude. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Liam Hemsworth, I guess. I don't know. Thor would be a good Thor would be a good pick. Is that Chris Hemsworth? I don't know. I don't know actors' names. In-game, good physical attacker. Not really many good skills, which I feel like has been kind of a theme here, where you get something with good stats and then just kind of meh everything else, which is just really unfortunate. So definitely fuse good skills into it so you can take advantage of those good stats. That's honestly kind of all I have on this thing. What would you be weak to? I'm going to just guess electric, because you've got wind skills. Nope, guessed wrong. That's fine. It's almost dead. Don't kill. Anyway, next persona is one of my favorites because this is my favorite character in the series. I guess it's their persona. This is Cendrillon. Cendrillon. So, Cendrillon is just literally the French name for Cinderella, and let's be honest, you guys all know who Cinderella is. I don't need to go through her whole story because, haha, Disney made that easy. She comes from one of the many fairy tales. You know how it goes. She's the abused stepsister. You get the one night of glory, the glass slipper. So Cinderella's name actually does... Her name isn't actually Cinderella. It's kind of a smushed together ism of Cinder and Ella. Her original name was Ella. And since she was covered in soot so often, her stepsisters called her Cinder Ella. So, like, the cinders from cleaning the fireplace, and then Ella, her name. So that's where that comes from. It's not actually her name, which is weird. I didn't actually know that until researching for when I had to do bios and stuff. I'm just gonna go to the next floor. In-game, this is arguably the best persona in the game. In terms of, well, honestly, it just may be the best. You can make a case for some other ones, some like really late game ones, but this thing is insane for right now. So you get Slash Driver. Slash Driver is exactly what it sounds like. You get plus, what is it? Plus 75% to all slash skills. And that also, that stacks with all of the crazy physical and also slash exclusive skills. So you've got like Slash Amp, which is exactly what it sounds like. And then you also get like crit rate boost, and you get like apt pupil, all of those different things. It stacks with those, and it's insane. You do need to watch out for reflect slash enemies because you will murder yourself instantly if one of those pops up. So you definitely want to fuse, especially like late game, fuse like Vorpal Blade or something stupid, or like Deathbound, something just absolutely dumb into it, and you will just eviscerate everything. Like, it's insane how much damage this thing does. And yes, like I said, arguably the best persona in the game, and we're getting it in early September. Like, we've got so much time left in the game. But going back to another member of the Frost family, this is Black Frost, okay? Black Frost is basically just evil Jack Frost. It's just another member of the Frost family. There's no, like, real influence here that we can talk about. It's just a Frosty boy. In-game, you get ice and dark damaging skills, so not really Mudo. That's probably the best option. You have a great magic stat. You do get dark boost later on, and you get resist light at level 43 to negate your only weakness. So, Black Frost is very good. Do I want Mitsuru to stay out ahead? Sure, why not? So, I like Black Frost. Like I said, I like all of the Frosty boys. I think they are great additions to the different Persona games. I think they're just fun to have around. I don't want to fight without Mitsuru. Is there a chest over here? There is. I'm going to try to go around you. I don't want to get into combat with only 3 party members. I feel like that's asking for trouble. Why didn't Mitsuru grab this on the way? Whatever. Anyway, next up is another DLC Persona. This is Robin Hood. This is Robin Hood. And much like Cendrillon, I feel like you kind of know this guy. Like, it's Robin Hood, you know, you get the bow and arrow, is the outlaw from English folklore, steal from the rich, give to the poor, usually dressed in green. Yeah, you know the deal with Robin Hood, right? So, in-game, Robin Hood has Light Driver, and I feel like was I talking about trying to find a persona with Light Driver? I feel like I was. Whatever. You get Light Driver, plus 75% damage to light skills. You also get a nice mix of things, much like Robin Hood in the original game he came from. So Robin Hood gets Koga and Eiga. You also get Kogeon and Egeon, which are the heavy, light, and dark damaging skills, respectively. You also get Megiddo, which I actually typed Medigo in my notes. Oopsies. You do get Megiddo, which is the multi-target almighty skill. Medium damage, I think? Maybe heavy? Can't remember off the top of my head. So, that's nice to have. And it's just a solid all-arounder, which I feel like is odd for me to say because I was kind of ragging on Koromaru for being that, but I don't know, getting strong light and dark skills and also an almighty skill is really useful to have on your wild card. The almighty skills particularly because you can deal with the golden hands easier because nothing can ever resist almighty skills. So I like Robin Hood. Really cool design. I like it a lot and can be a pretty powerful persona, especially with Light Driver, right? That's going to be really helpful here. Up next is Ken's persona. This is Nemesis, which I feel like I haven't really talked much about Ken. Nemesis is the personification of divine justice and retribution in Greek mythology, which, like, holy hell, what a title, right? Nemesis is the daughter of Nyx and Erebus, and is also siblings to Thanatos and Hypnos in Greek mythology. I need to go to the Monad door. I forgot about that. It is also...
What should we do about the door?
Nemesis appears in Cypria. I think I'm saying that right. That is the prequel to the Iliad, and the Iliad is the prequel to the Odyssey. I've actually read the Iliad. I haven't read the Odyssey. Somehow that's how I managed to get through high school. I don't know how that worked. So, in Greek mythology, Zeus fell in love with Nemesis because, yes, Nemesis is a woman, and Ken is not, so I don't think that happens super often in the Persona series where the character is a different gender than their persona. Please don't do too much. Okay. And then, so Zeus fell in love with her, and then she transformed into a goose to get away from him. Zeus turned into a swan to get with her as a bird. She ended up birthing an egg, and that egg ended up hatching, and the woman that came from the egg was Helen of Troy. And Helen of Troy is also... Helen of Troy is the sister of Castor and Pollux. So Castor is Shinjiro's persona, and Pollux is the Greek name for Polydeuces, right? Or is it the Roman name? They're the same person. I don't know. Greek and Roman stuff is stupid. So are you weak to fire because you use an ice skill? In-game, Nemesis is... I feel like Ken is kind of like... oh, please don't down me. I'm okay. In-game, I feel like Nemesis kind of falls into the trap that Koromaru does, but to a little bit of a lesser extent. So Ken is going to be focusing on Hama, Koha, and Zio skills, which is an interesting combination. You also get healing skills, so it's really the best alternative to Yukari, even though Yukari is just like infinitely better at healing. I mean, I should be able to kill the physical skill here. Yukari is by far and away the best healer, but Ken is probably your only other feasible option. You get Light Amp at level 72, as well as Heat Riser at level 76. So you do kind of have some parallels with Koromaru here. It does feel like Koromaru is like dark, and so like dark, electric, and support skills. And oh my god, the cicadas are so loud outside my window. I hope you can't hear that. I'm sorry if you can. Ken is electric and light, and then healing skills. So you do have some parallels there. Oh my god, cicadas, shut up. Oh, it's that time of year here. So, similar to Koromaru, I'm not the biggest fan of Ken. He does get some interesting skills later on, which I will be sure to make note of. However, I feel like he tries to do too many things at once and just ends up getting overshadowed by a lot of different characters. Like, there are better offensive magic users, there are better healers. Being weak to dark means he's really susceptible to insta-kill skills, so I don't like Ken a ton. I think he's In terms of story, we haven't seen too much of him, but I do really like how he's implemented into the story, so I can't dock him there, I guess, like I did with Koromaru. But yeah, in combat, not the biggest fan. But that's okay. I think the good thing about this game is you can at least find a use for everybody. Maybe it won't be like the most ideal or optimal combination. Like, I don't foresee myself using Ken on some of the super bosses in this game. Granted, I've never done them before, so I could be just talking out of my ass. But that's, at least in my experience, I feel like Ken gets overshadowed by other party members pretty easily. But that's okay. There's a border floor coming up in 6th floor, so I need to work quickly on these bios because there's a lot more than I thought. And we do have a person higher up. How many more of these do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 more. Okay. So I just talked about Nemesis, so I'm done. Okay. I think I'm going to wait until after doing this mini boss because I struggle to do the bios and the bosses at the same time because I've talked about this plenty of times. It's hard to talk and think at the same time. My brain can only do so many things at once, and I hate it when people say, I'm good multitasking. It's like, no, you're just slightly okay at doing 2 things very mediocrely. Averagely. You know what I mean. Like, nobody is great at doing 2 things at the same level that you do 1 thing. Your brain can't process that many things at once. I've got like everybody's theurgy up, so I think I'm just gonna just nuke this thing on turn 1 because why not? We've got a border floor and 6th floors. There may not be a gatekeeper on the way up there because this game likes to do that. I didn't get the down, no. Oh, are you gonna be a status enemy? Oh, the totem. Ugh, it's fine. I can nuke it! Severe wind damage. I don't know what this thing is weak to. Usually the totems are weak to electric. That's what I found. As well as like the little robot with like the spinny arms. I don't know what any of the enemies here are called. I have like different mental names for them. Like, there's, okay. Whenever I don't know so when I first started at my new job, my current job, that was, oh, I should have, what is it, bleeding charge with him first? Oopsies. When I first started at my job, a little over a year ago, I didn't know a lot of people's names because I started there and there's a lot of people at my job. I couldn't remember their names. So like in my head, I had specific names for them and that it wasn't, I would never call any of them this because that would be so mean. You're not weak to electric. I just said you're always weak to electric. No. But in my head, I was always called people by these made-up names. So, like, one of them, I have actually gotten to know her recently. She is a super nice person, but I don't know why, but the way she dressed always reminded me of Miss Frizzle. She didn't have red hair or anything, but she always wore, like, these really, like, how do I describe this? Almost like very bubbly outfits, like bright colors and I don't even know how to describe it, but like in my head I would call her Miss Frizzle. And she's super nice, I like her, and she would probably take that as a compliment because who wouldn't want to be Miss Frizzle and go on the Magic School Bus? Please don't crit, Shinji, that's fine. Oh, get counter-striked, why are you hitting yourself? You dumbass. But yeah, I've since gotten to know her and I do actually know her name now and she's nice. And I have not told anybody that I used to mentally call her Miss Frizzle because that would be odd. But it's fine. It's just something I did to, like, I don't know, it helped get me through the day. Just to, I don't know, chuckle a little bit in my head. And hopefully not, I don't know, get fired or anything. But that looks like the end of the Gatekeeper. That was pretty painful. I guess the Sylphid Aura plus the Oracle helped and all of the different theurgies. You get almost 30,000 EXP, but just not quite. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. Evade Wind. I think I'm okay. I've got so many passives on this guy. Mediarama, finally! Thank God. Oh, I've been waiting on that forever. Mabufula on Mitsuru, so that's good. All right, good work, guys.
Not bad.
Excellent, a perfect, same idea. All thanks to your precise orders, Yuki. Yeah, that went well.
I see.
I'm sure it's tough to lead the team, but evidently you're quite up to the task. Of course, I'll try to help out whenever I can. That said, please don't act recklessly. Now then, let's get back to business. Let us indeed. So there should be a Twilight Fragment chest over yonder. There's 2. Ooh, fancy. I got a precious egg. This is 3. I'm actually slowly running out of Twilight Fragments, which is a little concerning. Flash Grenade, that's an item for, or a weapon for, I guess, another 3 Twilight Fragment? This an outfit? Probably. Sexy armor. Oh boy, more armor for the ladies. It wouldn't be an RPG without boobs. Is this gonna be another gatekeeper? No, good, okay. All right, so time to finish up. I think I said there were 8 bios left. So the next one that I have, this is Clotho. Clotho is one of the 3 fates from Greek mythology, Roman, they're the same thing. Greek mythology. The fates, they would choose when, or no, Clotho would choose when people were born. And as one of the fates, kind of as the name implies, she was responsible for a lot of just stuff that happened. Clotho was worshipped as a goddess, but the whole being responsible for life and death was kind of more important for Greek mythology, you know? Deciding when people live and die. Ooh, Fire Boost. Ooh, I feel like Fire Boost is probably better to have. Stat-wise, really the only notable skill that you get is Sama Recarm. You're only weak to fire, which is nice, but fuse into it if you want to use it, because Sama Recarm, not the best skill if you're looking for something on your wild card. And I did not get advantage here. That is awkward. I'm okay. So, that's Clotho. Next up is Incubus, which is surprising that we're seeing it this late. I feel like Incubus is normally like an early game persona.
I need to get out.
Incubus is basically the male counterpart to Succubus. So it is a male demon who would have sex with sleeping women, and the child born from that unfortunate event would be like a witch or a demon or even deformed, and repeated sex with an incubus would lead to illness or even death. And in medieval Europe, they were used by the church to basically explain sexual desires, dreams, all that stuff, because the church hated sex back then, and they're still not the biggest fan, but it's gotten more lax in the past few hundred years. In-game, Succubus is just kind of a... multi-target boost. Incubus is a status persona, which is fine, I guess. I don't really like having that on my... what is it called? My wild card for the most part. It's very helpful in very, very niche situations, but you have to do so much trial and error. Usually it's faster to just brute force whatever fight you're looking for. You get Miragion and Aega, so those are at least nice. You also get Drain ability. This is a passive that doubles the effect of Life Drain and Spirit Drain. Those are the HP and SP draining skills, if you don't remember. We do have a person on this floor. I've never really played around with these skills. I feel like there could be something there, but I don't know. I feel like it's just easier to go through the fights rather than trying to mess around with all of these like draining skills. Plus, like, you've got enough healing items and SP recovery items at this point that, like, do you really need them? I'm just going around in circles. I need to go down. Like, do you really need the drain skills? I mean, if you're somebody who's like utilized these in a playthrough, leave a comment, I guess. Like, let me know what you think of them, but I've never really felt inclined to do them. I feel like they'd be good early game, because again, early game is really tricky with HP and SP management. But we're at the point now where it doesn't matter. Like, you saw me down like 15 of the Mad Bulls, and it just didn't make a dent in anything. So, yeah, let me know if those are any good. Next persona is Dakini. So Dakini's appearance isn't entirely consistent, but it usually resembles a woman, which is why it shows up as a woman in Persona. It's the embodiment of enlightened energy, and is also known for being fox spirits in Japanese Buddhism. In-game, Dakini is a crazy strong physical attacker. Like, really, really, really good, especially for right now. It looks like that's everybody in Tartarus. You get Strike Boost, you get Herculean Strike, which I have been using a ton today on different personas. You get Auto Tarukaja, you have an obscenely high strength stat for right now, so Dakini is a fantastic pick, especially, well, really only if you need a physical attacker. Don't use this thing with magic skills. It's not good. But yes, that is Dakini. Next up is Vasuki, which I believe I've used earlier today. I can't imagine anyone believing us about the Dark Hour or Tartarus. I mean, I've seen them in person, and I can still hardly believe everything that's happened. Anyway, Vasuki. Maybe you should talk to Junpei and his girl about that. Vasuki is the Serpent King in Hinduism. Apparently wrapped himself around Shiva's neck, and Shiva wore him as like jewelry and ornament? I don't know, man. Vasuki's also seen in Buddhism and Chinese and Japanese mythology, and is known as one of the 8 great Naga kings. Have we seen Raja Naga recently? Maybe, I don't know. Might as well get Sati. In-game, you get Rekarmdra, which is interesting skill. I don't know if we've seen that. Don't waste your breath with Shinjiro. You get Rekarmdra, which fully restores the party's HP, but reduces your HP down to 1. So it's an interesting trade-off. It can be really helpful in certain situations. Other than that, it's a Hama persona. You get super high endurance. You get 1 reflect, 2 resist, 1 weakness. So you've definitely got some good stuff there. I would say Rekarmdra is certainly an interesting thing to play around with, and it's nice to have in your back pocket in case you do ever need it. But I don't find myself often needing that for various reasons. But it's at least something to note. Up next is Seiryu, one of the coolest looking personas. I mean, it's a dragon. How can you not like it? One of the coolest looking personas. Seiryu kind of goes by a bunch of different names, but it's called Seiryu in Persona. So you can also see it as Qinglong in China, or the Azure Dragon of the East. It is one of the, 4 symbols of the Chinese constellation. So we've also seen Genbu was one of them. I don't remember the other 2 off the top of my head. But yes, it is very, very, very prominent in like Chinese mythology, folklore. I'm gonna go back to the entrance and save before I go to this Manan door. In-game, you get Mabufula and Bufudine, which is it's really early to be getting those the heavy damaging skills, which is what Bufudine is. You get Matarunda, you get Amrita Drop, which is nice to have. It cures any status for 1 party member, which is nice to have just, again, in your back pocket. Surprisingly, stat-wise, like, did I already go through this? Can I not go through here? Oh. I guess if I leave and then come back, I can't. Weird. If I go back to the entrance, I can't go in the door. Oh. Well, never mind. I guess I'll just go up. Stat-wise, like, in terms of just, like, literally the stats, surprisingly doesn't have the highest stats, which I always thought was weird because it's a dragon. Shouldn't it have super high stats? But I think it looks cool, but I feel like whenever I use it, it just doesn't do as much damage as I think it's gonna do, which sucks. But next up is Orobus. Not Ouroboros, but Orobus. This is a demonic spirit. It is able to give precise info about the past, present, and future, and can even answer questions about the creation of the world. Orobus is extremely loyal to its summoner. and its name might come from the Latin word orobias, which is a type of incense. I think I've said all of those things right. Who knows? I'm not great at pronunciations. In-game, you get Magarula and Wind Boost, which is honestly kind of all you need to know. You do get Resist Ice at level 44 to negate its only weakness. You also get Masuku Kaja. I don't like this persona very much. I just feel like it looks weird. It's always weirded me out a little bit, so I don't use it very often. And that's the beauty of this series. I can use personas based off the looks. So yeah, that's Orobus. Next, and we are finally, actually, you know what? I'm gonna end with the next one. So I'm gonna skip one. I'm gonna go to Giramakala. So Giramakala is a demon elephant from Sri Lankan mythology. It is Mara's war mount, like Mara would ride Giramakala into battle, and I promise we will get to Mara later, one of the most infamous personas. Giramakala only has one eye, and people who look into that eye will die from illness, so kind of like a diet Medusa, I guess. Possibly a demon form of Ganesha or Airavata. Again, I think I said those things right. In-game, I've always really liked Giramakala. It is a very strong physical attacker. It gets Heat Wave, it gets Repel Slash if you do need to pass that skill down, like to Sandrion so you don't kill yourself. So I would recommend fusing just a few skills into it. The strength stat is super good, so definitely use that as your foundation for any skills you might want to put onto it later down the line. So now, we finally get to Castor. This is Shinjiro's persona. So, Castor is the elder brother of Polydeuces, or Pollux, just depending on which Greek or Roman myth you're talking about. They have the same mom, so they're technically half-brothers, but Zeus was Polydeuces' father, and Castor's father was a mortal man. I've talked about these two already, so I won't talk about it more. Like, I won't repeat myself. I don't want to be redundant. Basically, to sum things up, Castor ended up dying, and then the two of them became the Gemini constellation. So Polydeuces asked Zeus, hey, can we still be together? And they became that constellation, which is why it's called Gemini, because it's the two of them. In-game. Oh, boy. If I haven't made myself clear already, in-game, Castor is insane. I mean, let me just, like, I don't need to pull it up because you can see it on screen. Insane! Just an obscenely high attack stat. And, like, so unbelievably optimized. I mean, there's no question that this is a physical attacker. So you get no shadows here. Next floor is the border floor. Okay, so I'm going to go down. I'll finish this bio. This is actually perfect timing. So I'll go back to the entrance. So hyper optimized. So you get all the way from heavy to massive damage skills. So it goes light, medium, heavy, severe, massive. So that's 2 tiers higher than what we're seeing right now. You get both strike and slash damage, single and multi-target skills. You get debilitate at level 59. You get bloody charge, which I've talked about. You lose 40? I thought it was 50% of your HP, but maybe it is 40. 40% of your HP in exchange for a Rebellion plus charge, so you get an increased crit rate for 3 turns, I think, and your next attack does 2.5 times damage. Probably my favorite combat character in this game. Like, so much fun to play with. Doesn't get, like, any magic skills. He's just full-on in-your-face whacking you. And Atlas kept him from us so long because he's so good. I love Castor so much. Such a fun persona to play around with. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and save. I'm pretty sure Fuka said the next floor is a border floor, so I don't have to worry about a gatekeeper screwing me over. Right? Shouldn't be a gatekeeper here. Yep, so we're good there. There is a Monad passage. I forgot about the Monad passages. Since the layout of this floor doesn't change, this door likely won't disappear, so we can explore any time. Okay. Do I want to do this now? I feel like this is a pretty good party comp. for the most part. I am going to use some SP recovery items. That was actually great timing for the bios. I'm glad I hit it that well. That should be enough, at least for the first fight or two. So when you do come across these Monad doors, it looks like they're locked. You do need a tarot card to unlock them. The Temperance card, I believe that comes from the previous Monad passage, so you do have to do them in order. Right? Yes, it comes from the previous Monad passage, so you have to do them in order. You can't jump around. Oh boy, here we go. These are always hit or miss fights for me. I want to make sure I've got the right persona equipped. Do I want to use... Probably Osei is the better choice. And let us head down. We do go down in these, which is definitely interesting, because we're used to going up. We're used to ascending Tartarus. And I'm going to Sylphid Aura, because I might as well. I've got plenty of SP recovery items, so Fuka can just drink sodas like there's no tomorrow. Oh god, it's the die. These things are always kind of hit or miss. They like to go boom on me every now and then. I'm gonna preserve my Theurgy for now. Oh, you don't have Auto Tower Kaja. That's unfortunate. I thought you did. I guess I didn't put it on you. You block slash! Shit. That's fine. I think I'll be okay here. Shot. The roll dice shows 2. I don't remember what that does, and that does concern me. Is this like I get 2 turns to kill it? Stop blocking stuff. Matarunda. Oh, jeez.
How annoying. You ready for this?
I'm gonna bloody charge. Okay, so it does look like it's 40%. For some reason, I thought it was 50% HP it takes off. But I'm so happy I finally get to use Shinjiro. Caster's so cool. Maybe something's weak to ice. I really hate that I have to wait to turn to scan. Oh, I got inflict with freeze. That's good. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna try to down you, and then what I can do is I can pass over to Shinjiro, and I can use Herculean Strike. And since it's frozen, I should be able to hit it. It really should crit it. Because I'm bloody charged and it's frozen. Yeah. And then we'll get the all-out attack. So this is good. And then the weird ghost thingy should die this turn. I think it'll probably take a little bit longer to kill the die. I mean, it definitely will. But it said it rolled a 2. Don't kill anybody, please. We're good. We're so Gucci. So it rolls a 1. What do I want to do here? I'm gonna heal. I think if it rolls a 1, that means it's gonna blow up next turn. Because sometimes these things do blow up, so I want to burn the Oracle. I don't want to die here. I think I should be okay. I don't know how many fights this has. Sometimes these Monad passages have 2 fights, sometimes they have 3 fights. I'm going to Theurgy. It sucks that I can't bloody charge into Theurgy, but I don't want this thing to kill me. Yeah. So, I don't know. Other than that, I hope everybody's doing okay. I'm glad I'm done with these bios. I can close my laptop. I've got so many tabs open. Do you have a weakness? You're weak to electric. I hope everybody's doing okay. It is still hot as balls where I live. It is miserable. I've talked about how I'm running more and more and more, but that it. Are you next? You are. Okay, I've got plus defense. If I lower its attack, I should be okay. It's probably... Oh. Oh, it doesn't blow up. Wait, what does the numbers mean? I'm so confused. Does that mean it doesn't blow up? I guess it doesn't blow up. Alright, never mind. I was worried for nothing. But I have talked about how I'm running more and more and more. Why did my mom text me? Jury duty. Okay, I guess this gives me something to talk about. My mom gets picked for jury duty all the time. I don't know why she's so unlucky with it, but she just is. Like, she also, at one point she got selected to be on, like, a federal grand jury and had to go, whoops. Had to go, like, 2 days every month for a full year, and she was pissed. Oh, that's probably why, the Megidola. Should be okay. Yeah, I'm so buffed up. Rolled die shows a 1, so I've got one more turn. I'm gonna heal just in case. I think I got picked for jury duty once, but I was in college, so like it just didn't end up being a thing. I guess if you're in college, you can just say, oh, like I'm away from home. Because I went to college like 7 hours away from my hometown. It's like I can't really make the drive in one day. And we get the shuffle time. That's nice to have. I'll take the full Theurgy Gauge. That will help me out for the next battle. I kind of hope there's only 2, because I don't really want to deal with it. Not sure if it's just a coincidence, but that enemy resembled a die. Did it have a set course of action? Oh, that checks out. Okay, so I'm guessing whatever it rolls, that's what attack is coming next. If that's the case, then it's pretty risky. I can't imagine leaving everything to chance like that. But I guess everyone could use a little luck sometimes. Wish you all the best of luck in your next battle as well. Might be a treasure head up ahead. If you're worn out from battling, don't push yourself too hard. Take time to recuperate. I'm going to keep pushing on. I feel like I'm okay. We handled that battle well, for the most part. Oh, this isn't it. I thought that was the bottom for some reason, which is champion gloves. That's for Akihiko. We haven't... I don't think there's ever a time where a Monad passage is only one enemy, right? I've done all the Monad passages in my own... Well, I guess I haven't done the... the super bosses, which may be in a Monad passage. I'm not 100% sure because, again, never done them before. I think it'd be fun to do that on camera for the first time. I think it's fun to see my reactions. Like, I had a lot of fun doing the P5 super bosses for the first time, both of them, because I hadn't done either of them before. And did we not just go over this? Are we just running it back like this? All right, I guess. I don't understand this game. But yeah, I thought it'd be fun to see my reaction for the first time to doing it because, I don't know. I feel like with these, there's not much that catches me off guard. This is not like a reaction channel. You know, I like to know everything about a game as I can before going into it. And that's also just part of my shtick. I want to show off everything that I possibly can. And the only way I can realistically do that is if I've played the games before. I don't feel comfortable not playing a game and then trying to make videos on it. I do think there's a lot of merit in doing blind playthroughs. Like, it's super fun seeing other people's reactions to stuff, like events that we know about, right? That's why, I mean, let's be honest, that's why reaction channels are so popular. Is Mabufu the only ice skill that I have? Are you kidding me? Mabufu it is. But that's why reaction channels are so popular. Like, we see something that we like, and when we want to see other people enjoy that, it's like reliving that memory. And I know some people don't like reaction channels, but I do enjoy, more so with games, I enjoy seeing people's reactions to games that I enjoy. Not necessarily like reacting to, I don't know, like TikToks or something. No, I'm weak to that? I'm weak to physical skills? Oh my god. But, I don't watch, like, let me react to these TikToks, because I don't know. That's not something that I super enjoy. But I do enjoy watching people react to certain moments in games that I really like, so... I can't think of, I guess, probably different, like, Xenoblade moments. I've done that every now and then, like the end of Chapter 5 in Xenoblade 3, which I talk about Xenoblade so much on this channel. You'd think by now I would have played the game on here, but I guess if words are hard. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? There it is. I guess with like the way the schedule has kind of lined up, it's hard to do that, right? Because it was like, oh, let's do Royal, and then as I was doing Royal, Reload, or maybe it was right, I think it was right before I started doing Royal, Reload came out, so it's like, oh, I might as well do this. And then, yeah. Oh, I forgot to do questions. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Oh, I completely forgot about these. Like I said, I'm way ahead of schedule, so it is August 12th for me, so these questions are going to be from the last time. These aren't going to be up to date. Sorry about that. I should have mentioned that. I completely forgot about the questions, right. Where is it? Questions. Let me pull up the Discord. I can do this during the next battle. I'm sorry, guys. I completely forgot. So I think there's only 2 that I need to answer. Because I feel like I've answered what social link / confidant would you be. Next enemy might not necessarily be another dice. Keep that in mind that some enemies may have patterns. I'm complicating things. Okay. Shall we keep going? We shall. I beat treasure chest up ahead. Let's keep going. I feel good about this. Worst case scenario, I can always cut out what I need to cut out, which wouldn't be the first time. So Miles asks, if you learned to speedrun any game, what would you speedrun? Oh, we got a thing. The true nature of shadows has come to light, in line with the excavated historical documents. Their origin will bring the world to its end. This has become readily apparent. The project should be stopped, but it may already be, and it trails off. And then this is just a pink bikini. Wow. Oh god. I'm gonna wait till I go through this door to Sylphid Aura because I don't know if it goes through. If I wanted to speedrun any game, it would probably be a Metroid game. I really like Metroid Dread. I've only played it a couple times, but the 2 or 3 times I have played it, I did like a normal playthrough, and then I did a sequence break playthrough, and then I replayed it for a review. And the few times that I've played it have just been a lot of fun. Do I already have the Sylphid Aura? I did do that. Okay. Let's do this, baby. The double dice. Here we go. Yeah. I really like sequence breaking in Metroid games. It's a lot of fun. So probably Metroid Dread. I'm not... Oh, you start off the fight. That's awesome. I'm not a big speedrun type of guy. I think it's super cool, and I think that it's... Like, I have no issue with it, right? But it's just... I have never been drawn to doing it. But I do think they're cool. And then Knack Attack says... You said you did music in college. Which instrument? Did this carry on beyond college? So, yes, I did go to music school. I studied saxophone in college. I have a degree in saxophone performance. I did not learn jazz. I studied classical. So we're a bit of an odd group. And I guess this is kind of a different topic, but I don't talk too much about myself just because I like... I've mentioned this. I like keeping my... personal and my YouTube life very separate, but yes, I did go to music school. I would have liked to keep doing it, but I have kind of taken an odd course throughout life. I would love to get back into music, so I have a bachelor's in saxophone performance. I do not do anything music related now, which... I don't want to say upsets me, but it is something that I wish I could change. I also don't talk about myself a lot because I have struggled with self-acceptance here and there a little bit, and I don't want to talk about myself because I don't like talking about myself very often because of things that have happened in the past for various reasons. I'm better now. I am more open to talking about myself a little bit, but it is still something that I am not super open and keen on. Are you weak to anything? You are not. Okay. I'm going to try to debuff you a little bit. So, I guess I could open up a little bit more. I don't think this would make it obvious who I am or anything stupid like that. So, I got a music degree, and while I was at college, I also swam collegiately. And after my junior year, I really struggled with understanding whether or not I wanted to keep going with music. So my original plan was to get a doctorate and be a college professor. And my end of my junior year, some of the stuff that I played really, I don't want to say broke me, but it really shook my confidence. And I thought that I didn't want to do music because I was never going to be good enough. I knew as, like, in terms of being a performer, I would never be where I wanted to be. And so I shifted, and instead of Shadow Eliminated, instead of doing more music after my bachelor's, I coached college swimming for a little bit and absolutely hated it. So I now teach middle school math, and I would love to teach music, but music jobs are really hard to find, and math jobs are really easy to find. And I do actually this year, I have really been enjoying it. Last year I didn't enjoy it very much, but I would love to transition to music. But I also want to stay where I am right now. I really love my apartment and the area that I live in, so I don't want to move far. But yes, that's the Oro lore drop of the day. But Yukari says, I was too occupied with fighting that thing to even notice at first, but is there really some kind of pattern with the dice roll? Oh well, we won in the end, so clearly luck's on our side. Who knows, maybe we'll get really lucky and hit the jackpot with a treasure chest up ahead. Or maybe not. Let's go check it out. We defeated all the shadows, so let's go open the treasure chest. So I hope you enjoyed that little bit about me, myself. I don't talk about myself very much, but I'm getting better. There are more people in my life that know about my YouTube channel, which is definitely a step. Whether that's in the right or wrong direction, time will only tell. We do not need any Twilight Fragments for this chest. So if we open it, we get the Devil Tarot and the Book of Ayin. The number of items obtained by defeating enemies and destroying breakable objects will increase until you leave Tartarus. We can also... Oh, it increases the number of major Arcana cards we can get in shuffle time. I don't care what's in these damn boxes. But if there's going to be another fight like this one, take me with you. I don't want to miss the chance to throw down like this again. Well, that's why we brought you. Is that all we get? I guess that's all we get. Okay, be careful on your way back. All right, we are back, and that was relatively painless for the most part. So we go up a floor. And if you remember, we are at a border floor. So let's go ahead and get our other piece of lore. This time, the old document 5. I hope to stay by his side, so I foolishly agreed to participate in this project. But the research was unbelievable. Should we really be experimenting with these shadows? Well, it doesn't matter at this point. What's done is done. So let us return to the entrance. And I am going to do a handful of things. Oh, I guess I can show Elizabeth's request. Oh, she must be talking about the old document. Yep. There's 50,000 yen. I need to go find that thing on floor 88 that she was talking about, and I also need to do some fusions. So I think I'm gonna cut and meet you guys back when said things are done. Okay, while doing a bunch of fusions, I did unlock King and I in the Velvet Room. I've got a new Theurgy. I believe this is Jack Frost and King Frost, so this deals heavy ice damage, ignores resistances, and has a medium chance of freeze. Did I get any more? No, that's it. All right, be back again. It says I can report this. It says carry out the King and I fusion spell. I've never actually used it. I don't know why I can report this. Maybe it should just say unlock. So it completes the request. The King of all Jack Frost, together with Jack Frost, who has obtained sinister powers. I guess it's Black Frost then. The mischief wrought by these two will surely be a great aid to you. And we get we get 3 guard incense 2s. So that's good there. I'll go ahead and show you my compendium real quick. I have fused every persona up to level 39, I believe, as well as a few extras. So I just want to go ahead and show that off. So I'll go by level, all the way good. So there's, yep, every persona up to level 39. And then obviously some extras based off of, wow, all the way up to 46 with Dominion, just depending on my fusion bonuses. So I'm at 46% on the compendium, so I'd say that's pretty good so far. We are almost halfway there, and it is September. That seems about right, for the most part. So we head back to the main part of Tartarus, and I'm going to go to floor, I think it was 88, and go find that thing that Elizabeth was talking about. I'll be right back. And we have a faint reading of a little cat. Yes, that should have been a cat. That looked like a cat. Maybe it was some weird looking dog. But yes, there are animals who have now wandered into Tartarus, and they will give you items. These are not like the missing persons where they're kind of important. It's more of just another little side thing, which is why Elizabeth was like, you can try it if you want. But this is a cat, right? Yeah, it is a cat. It looks kind of weird. I don't know why. Looks like it's scowling. Huh? There's a kitty in a place like this? Anyway, we need to protect it. Please come back to the entrance immediately. So we're going to take this little guy back to the entrance. And it's a bit damp, but we get 3 Twilight Fragments. So yes, you do get items from the animals that you rescue in Tartarus. It's not going to be nearly the same as, you know, people. But we'll send it off safely once the time comes. And I believe that is everything. She didn't say anything about the what's it called? The missing person. So I guess we got everybody. I'm gonna double check my request real quick just to make sure I've got everything. I don't want to miss anything, and I will cut. Okay, I do have everything done. I've been grinding for like 45 minutes because before you leave, you want to make sure that you have 2 topaz and you have 1 turquoise. I spent so long running around Tartarus killing enemies trying to get a topaz to drop. If you inflict Confuse to one of the mine dice, they are in the later floors of this block. I found mine literally on the last floor, floor 116. If you conflict Confuse, they have a chance to just drop a topaz, so I'd recommend doing that. Yukari has a good Confuse skill for me, so that was a good option. If not, you confuse something. So you need 2 topaz and 1 turquoise. I have 39 turquoise, so that's not a big deal. You also make sure you have at least 110,000 yen after selling your loot. I'm way above that, and 115 if you want to buy everything from the shopping channel. You want to make sure you have Hierophant, Justice, Temperance, Priestess, Lovers, Hermit, Fortune, Strength, and Tower Personas. I have all of that stuff. I am going to save. This has been a almost 3.5 hour trip for me. I want to leave Tartarus. Get me out of here. Let's stop for tonight. Have a good night's rest.